Yo, what's up? This is B-Hop. I'd like to say what's up, man. E-Thriller, the Black Mikasa. What's going on? This is the champ, the Hall of Famer. Respect, the undisputed. Yeah.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
The Black Picasso cleaning up the sport of boxing, speaking facts over the gossip. Haters all up in the comments. I ain't here to be liked, but smash that like and noti button. We don't sugarcoat nothing, just healthy boxing discussions. E-Thriller, painting these pictures oh so vivid. Applying Duke, Coach K, that straight full court pressure. Only God could judge me, so tell these chumps ducking smoke. Remember one thing that the boxing guys don't like, ugly. Shut out Big Fish and everybody that joins the panel. For all my new supporters, sub to the channel. Like Floyd say, it's easy work. That bait jab with that left hook send them straight to sleep. Experts, we the experts. We never sugarcoat. Tune in to Black Picasso. Sit back, enjoy the show. Enjoy the show.
Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every last one of y'all hit that like or dislike button. Please don't forget to put some motherfucking Coach K Duke full court pressure on that sub button if you're new to the channel. And please don't forget to ring that noti bell so you can be notified via email each and every time your boy E-Thriller, aka Ham Rothstein, aka Goat Thriller, aka the Black Picasso, because I paint these pictures so vividly with my words on the sport of basketball whenever I feel like it. And once again, hoop fans, ladies and gentlemen in the Wolf Pack, welcome back. Now, first things first, man, let's get straight to the motherfucking point because I ain't gonna be all night. I got another show to tend to. Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that Ja Morant has to be the dumbest professional athlete of all time, y'all. And it ain't even close. I mean, you know, you got some athletes out there jockeying for a position like an Antonio Brown, like a Dennis Rodman in the past. You know, people that have on the court issues and off the court issues and on the field issues and off the field issues. They can't get along with people in a locker room. They get locked up for doing dumbass shit, woman beaters, child molester, killers, dope dealers, things of that nature, right? I get it. But this dude right here, this nigga Ja Morant right here, he takes the goddamn cake, y'all. And it ain't even close. Yeah, I said it. And I didn't stutter. Because it's pretty damn obvious to me, your boy E-Thriller, a.k.a. the Black Picasso, that Ja Morant didn't learn a motherfucking thing the last time he got caught doing the same stupid ass shit on his IG Live. Do y'all remember whenever he got caught 2 months ago? This shit was just 2 months ago, y'all. I kid you not. The man got caught on his live in Denver after a loss to the Denver Nuggets. For whatever reason, I don't know why, all his posse, all of his cliquelation, all these niggas that he hang with and roll with and that roll with him, loves to record Ja Morant. I mean, for whatever reason, you would think he was a goddamn Instagram model or some shit, the way that these dudes be recording this man like he's a fucking model, right? But he's always getting caught red-handed doing the most ignorant, dumbest, fucking just stupid things on camera. And I just cannot understand it for the life of me, right? And I'm just trying to be calm because I'm very upset. And I'm no Ja Morant fan, but I am a fan of the sport of basketball. And this man right here has all of the talent to be one of, if not the greatest point guards the sport of basketball has ever seen. But for whatever reason, I don't know why he wants to do this shit. I don't know if it's NBA YoungBoy, because it seems like that's the only rapper he listens to. Maybe this nigga is being hypnotized. Maybe he's going through a midlife identity crisis, but the nigga is only 23 years old, E-Thriller. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm just trying to make this shit make sense to y'all in the chat. And I'm just also trying to make this shit make sense to the people in the playback because, man, Ja Morant, bro, listen, you got a father and a mom. For the last time I checked, you grew up in a dual parent household. This is not the regular situation from the, you know, the young black community where you grew up in the single parent household and your father wasn't around. Nigga, we see T Morant at the game every fucking night, basically going ham on the sidelines. But my thing is this: what is he saying to his son in Ja Morant? Because he's about to blow a fucking great opportunity to become something special in the sport of basketball because, man, this dude, I don't know if he noticed or not, but hello, Ja Morant, you're making $38 million per year. You understand what I'm saying? You're about to fuck up the bag yet again because you have already been suspended by the Memphis Grizzlies indefinitely. And one can only think that, you got suspended 8 games the last time, right? From Alda Silva, shout out to him, who seems to be a little bit more lenient than his predecessor, which was David Stern, because we all know if this shit ever were to happen on David Stern, God rest his soul, watch. Your ass would be playing in Acapulco right now. You would not even be thinking about playing in the league this year. And I'm just going to say this, y'all. In my personal opinion, if it were up to me, just based off of the previous transgressions and getting into it with a 17-year-old and beating him up with a gun and pistol whipping him and getting into it with dudes at games. I'm talking about high school. It's just stupid shit, bro. This dude is a NBA superstar. He is one of the faces of basketball, and he's getting caught every single time. Every other day, it seems like to me, red-handed doing stupid ass shit that he ain't supposed to be doing, as if he doesn't have any guidance, and maybe he don't. But I think the biggest problem with Ja Morant is he has too many enablers. He has too many yes men in his motherfucking clique. I don't know who this dude is. What's his name? Let me pull this shit up for y'all because I want to read this article to y'all. Where my shit at? Hold on, y'all. All right, here it goes. So look. This dude by the name of Devontae Pack, he's the guy that's always seems to be recording Ja Morant, right? He was flashing a handgun yet again this past Saturday, driving, singing along to the new Rich Ops album from NBA Youngboy. I don't understand it, but hey, it is what it is. But I think this nigga really, I don't know what's going on in his mind. Does he want to be a hooper? Does he want to be a gangster? Do he want to be a thug? Or do he want to be a motherfucking NBA Youngboy? I don't know what Ja Morant is trying to do because in my personal opinion, from the outside looking in as a fan of the sport of basketball, a diehard fan, I feel like this nigga in the offseason, he just got his ass kicked by the Lakers, right? So you would think he would be working on his game. You would think he would be working on his jumper because to me, that's the only impediment to his game right now because the man is a great assister. You understand what I'm saying? He plays solid defense. I think he can get to the hole at will. He's great in the pick and roll situation. He's a hell of a decision maker as far as a point guard on the court, but off the court, you also have to make great sound decisions as well because y'all can say what y'all want to say, but the point guard position is very similar to the quarterback position in the NFL. You have to be a leader amongst men. You can't be a follower. You can't wake up one morning and cut on the camera and be bumping NBA Youngboy Rich Ops and shit and holding a gun to your head and flashing it as if you don't know what the fuck kind of responsibility and accountability you have within that organization. But not only for that, but what about your sponsors? What about Nike? Didn't you just get a shoe deal? Didn't you just get a shoe deal for $12 million? And you got to think, we seen how quick Nike walked away from a Kyrie Irving who only tweeted a link from Amazon that they deemed insensitive and all this other dumbass shit that they was trying to paint this narrative on Kyrie Irving. Shout out to Uncle Drizzle, right? But whenever it comes to this guy, they gave him a little slap on the wrist. They took away a commercial or two, but he still kept his shoe deal. But one can only think that, hey, man, if this shit happens again, because I think Nike might pull the plug on Ja Morant because this is not a good look. This is not a good look. The man was saying all this shit in that interview. I think it was either with Rachel Nichols or one of these reporters. I want y'all to listen to exactly whatever Ja Morant had to say the first time he got busted on IG Live, being intoxicated, being in the club, bumping NBA Youngboy or Little Baby or whatever the fuck he liked to listen to. I want y'all to listen to this shit. DJ E Thriller, roll that audio.
No, it's not who I am. I don't condone any type of violence, but I take full responsibility for my actions. Made a bad mistake, and I can see the image that I painted over myself with my recent mistakes. But in the future, I'm gonna show everybody who Ja really is, what I'm about, and change this narrative that everybody got painted over me.
Listen, man, you ain't doing a good job right now. At the moment, you are not doing a good job because what people were saying about you before, it still holds true to this day in my Deontay Wilder voice. Because it seems like to me that you want to be a gangster, that you want to be about that motherfucking life that you know absolutely nothing about. And as far as I know, due to my research and everybody else's on Twitter and beyond, nigga, you grew up in the suburbs. I mean, what is it about the guys that has all the talent in the world, that makes it out of the ghetto? You understand what I'm saying? That has a special gift in a certain profession or sport. Why do they feel the need to go back to that environment whenever they make it out? To me, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why do you want to get a deal for $174 million and then you want to just turn into a fucking game banker? I mean, I wait. I will fucking wait. Shit is really starting to piss people off, Ja, because I can guarantee you, if you go to some of these hoods around America, if you say, look, man, hey, man, I got a deal for you. I'm willing to give you $200 million, $174 million guaranteed. Couple that with a $12 million deal from Nike and your first signature shoe. If you stop game banging, if you stop flashing your gun, if you stop going to the clubs and looking like a fucking moron, what do you think those dudes are going to say? What do you think they're going to say? They ain't going to say no. They're going to take the money and change up, switch up, move to the suburbs, get into a very positive environment rather than a toxicity environment, right? And I just think, man, look, you blowing it, bro. I wish you nothing but the best, but do I feel sorry for you? Absolutely not, because you have everything going in your favor. They said that you went to some sort of retreat for a couple of weeks whenever you got suspended, but obviously that was full of shit because you really just lied to America. You lied to everybody and said that you learned your lesson. You don't promote violence, but whenever we see you, you always doing some violent type shit. Now, granted, I get it. He has the right to bear arms. He has a right to own a gun, whether it's permitted or not. I get that. And he has every right within himself and his means to protect his bottom line, which is himself. He's the commodity. He's the product. But, bro, you need to get some rules in place, especially when you're kicking it with this fucking imbecile that keep pulling out the goddamn phone and recording you on IG Live. You need to tell these dudes, hey, man, whenever we riding around and getting it or whatever y'all like to do, I don't know why it's always dudes in the car, but hey, that's neither here nor there. But if y'all are going to go do stupid shit like that, put up your phone. Please don't record me. I mean, pretty please. Don't get me expelled because I'm such a big fuck up. I don't know. I don't even know how to control myself. If I'm Ja Morant. I mean, this is how stupid this nigga appears to me, to the naked eye. He doesn't have any control. He doesn't have any sense of awareness of what the fuck is going on. And for whatever reason, he just like to pull out his gun and the strap in his blicky. I mean, this nigga is riding around showing the goddamn blicky. I mean, where they do that at, Ja? Where they do that at? I mean, most niggas that I know that roll around with the gun or the gat, they ain't gonna be showing the shit unless it's necessary, right? So that's how we know you running around here faking the funk, acting like you're a part of some big ass gang or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Do you want to be a Crip? Do you want to be a Blood? Do you want to be a Vice Lord? Do you want to be a GD? I don't know. I'm not from that lifestyle. I've never wanted to be in the game because, for one, I don't like hanging around a bunch of niggas at one time anyway, right? And two, I don't like being told what the fuck to do. So if you want to go about that way and do that stupid ass shit, then all bets off. Hey, go do that. Ruin your NBA career. Fuck everything that you work hard for to get to this point, because that's basically the road that you're going down on, man. But let me read some of these comments before I hop off this bitch, because I'm going to double back tonight and talk about a little bit of boxing. Hold on, y'all. All right, back to the chat. I go. Let me see, man. Shout out to my guy, X-Man, man. I see you. He said, salute E3 and the Woodpack was popping. How are you, kind sir? What's shaking, man? What's your take on this situation with Ja Morant, dumbass? Do you think Ja Morant is the dumbest player in NBA history? Or I'll take it a step further. I think he's the dumbest professional sport player of all time. And it ain't even close, because the shit that he do is just self-inflicted. Like, he just too loosey-goosey for me. That's just my personal opinion. I don't want to hurt nobody with it, though. What up, Five? He said, yo, what's popping? How are you, kind sir? What up, KAD? He said, Ja is up there, maybe tied with Plaxico for shooting himself in the club. But even with that, like, I get that. Plaxico was going to a club. It was dangerous in New York at the time. So, you know, he should have had security, which is something that Ja Morant, you're making $194 million. You should invest in personal security. That way you ain't got to be holding the blicky. Somebody will be holding it for you. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, just a thought, just in case your pops ain't told you that, or anybody in your inner circle, because hello, it's pretty obvious that you have a bunch of yes men in your corner. But hey, man, I'm with you, bro. Plaxico is up there, but I'm still ranking Ja Morant at the top. He's at the top of the list, bro. He ain't even close to me. He said, cooking me E3. Man, I appreciate it. What up to my nigga from the DMV, man? Jamal Lynn. He said, salute E3. My guy just rocking with your fam. Hey, man, I appreciate it. What's your take on this situation, man? What is your take on Ja Morant? Am I being too harsh? I need to know in the comment section. As a matter of fact, I'm going to drop the link. If anybody want to come on and speak their little piece, input their 2 cents in on this shit, because I need some answers from somebody, because Ja Morant is obviously playing all of us. Is this nigga really a gangster? Inquiring minds will want to know. Let me see. What up, Big Blunts and Boxing? He said, big salute to the Goaty Thriller. What's the deal? Hey, man, talking about Ja Morant, dumbass. Woke up this morning, well, yesterday, rather. I think that shit broke yesterday. And the shit just pissed me off because it's like, nigga, didn't you just get in trouble for doing this same shit not even 2 months ago, bro? And the argument could be made. Y'all want to blame Dylan Brooks for, the collapse in the playoffs against the Lakers, right? But I mean, the bigger problem and the bigger issue, obviously, is the star player, is the superstar, the all-star this year in Ja Morant, who threw out their whole fucking chemistry and camaraderie at the end of the year because of what? He got suspended 8 games for doing dumbass shit. And he's supposed to be one of the leaders on the team. You're playing the point guard position, the most important position in basketball. Make it make sense. Jamal said, I don't understand this generation at all, bro. It's like, is it the music, bro? Because I grew up listening to Lil Wayne. I grew up listening to the Hot Boys. I grew up listening to UGK. I'm from the South. Scarface. Who else am I missing? Screwed Up Click. Who else? I grew up, of course, I love East Coast music. Nas, Jigga, Wu-Tang. I mean, you name them. I've probably listened to all of them. West Coast, E40, Too Short. You understand what I'm saying? And they were saying a lot of vulgar shit, a lot of ruthless shit. But whenever I was listening to it, I mean, maybe it's just me, but it didn't make me want to go out and do stupid shit. You understand what I'm saying? I understood rather at a young age that this shit is entertainment. It's entertainment. These dudes ain't riding around with choppers and killing niggas every time they see them and shooting they ops, as they love to call it. I mean, these niggas really think they playing Call of Duty nowadays, Jamal. I mean, this shit is crazy, bro. I'm with you. I really don't understand these youngsters at all. What up, DeMarcus? He said, I can't even think of anybody to argue with you on that one. I mean, an argument could have been made 2 months ago with Antonio Brown, because he basically just escorted himself out of the NFL for doing dumb shit, saying dumb shit, stripping down butt naked on the sidelines. Tom Brady gave the man a second chance. He want to talk about his wife, and he want to throw the coaches under the bus and still demand a certain amount of money. And we all know Antonio Brown was he was that guy. An argument could be made that at the time, whenever he was in his prime, he was the best receiver in the NFL. And you can make a point for some other receivers, but I would have took Antonio Brown. That's just my personal opinion. And I'm a Cowboy fan, but I'm just keeping it real. So you got him up there. Who else? Y'all drop some more in the chat. I'm trying to think of some more stupid motherfuckers. Hey, that's a good one, bro. Gilbert Arenas, he did some stupid ass shit too, but to me, Gilbert Arenas was a goofball. That was about a gambling issue or something on the plane, and then what was that? Javarius Crittenton or something like that. I think he in prison right now. God bless him. But he said he made a threat. He was like, okay, so he brought some guns to the practice in the locker room, like, hey, pick one you gonna shoot me with type shit. So that was stupid. I agree with you, but that's the only time he made that dumbass mistake. This dude just made this same dumbass mistake 2 months ago. He turned around and did it yet again. And you knew it was fucked up because the nigga that was riding in the whip with him in the passenger seat that was recording this shit, as soon as he saw y'all pull the gun out, right? He put the camera down like, what the fuck are you doing? But by then it's too late. Once it hit the internet, bro, it's a wrap. Niggas gonna screen record it. Niggas gonna audio record it. It is what it is. He's a fucking idiot, bro. He is dumb as a rock. Hey, man, I totally agree. I ain't about to debate with you on that. I ain't about to debate with you at all, my brother. X-Man said he dumb as hell, E3, about to mess up the bag. We all wish we had. Hey, man, you ain't lying. And the cold part about it is this dude is one of the most exciting players the NBA has ever seen. I mean, he's in the conversation already as probably the most athletic point guard up there with a Derrick Rose or Russell Westbrook. Steve Francis, who else? Some goddamn athletic point guards. Those are the top 3 or 4. Right off the top of my head, I can mention Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, of course, Ja Morant, Steve Francis, Baron Davis was pretty athletic as well, but he was a little bit on the chubbier side, but he was still super athletic. Those are the 5 that I can think of off the top of my head at the point guard position. And this dude has he has everything going for him, bro. He has a great organization. He has great teammates. He has Desmond Bain and he had Brooks, but he got Jaren Jackson. Hey, these dudes got a squad, and he's fucking up their chances of winning the chip because he probably not gonna play next season. I'm gonna say this. Worst case scenario, I say he gonna get suspended for the whole season. Best case scenario, I would say he gonna get suspended for the half the season. About 41 games. That's what I would do without pay. I wouldn't pay that motherfucker shit. But then again, now I think about it. Do you really want to suspend a dude like that and give him that much time away from the sport of basketball? Because if he already fucking up with the sport of basketball, can you imagine what he's going to be doing with that amount of idle time without basketball? So I don't know. I think that's something that Adam Silver is going to have to revisit. I don't know. But if it were up to me, I would suspend his ass. That's just me. Because I don't tolerate foolishness. DeMarcus said, even if he's a thug, why not keep that private? Facts. I mean, real gangsters moving silent like lasagna. Shout out to Lil Wayne. He said it best. You ain't got to be on here flashing your guns. You ain't got to be showing how people how tough you are. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't got to do none of that shit. But that just lets me know this generation does shit for the clicks and the views and the likes. That's what this shit is all about. Sad story, bro. What up, Davey John? He said the Ja name not known for having a long career. Hey, man, and then he do play like a crash dummy on the court too. Sometimes he'll just go in the lane and contort his body and get hit with a charge and shit, and he landing on his arm and elbows and butt and shit. He might not last long, bro. You might be on to something with it. You might be on to something with it. Jamal said they need to make an example out of him. Definitely, I would love to see him ban a great player in a prime. This shit is crazy. Hey, I'm with you, bro. That's a hell of a point. First battle said Gilbert Arenas. Okay, I read that earlier. Shout out to you, my brother. What up, 2 up, 2 down? He said, I say let him crash out. Hey, man, that's what it seems like he's about to do, bro. You might be right. It seems like to me that can't nobody really get to this nigga. I mean, one can only assume that his pops has tried to have this conversation with him. I'm going to give his daddy the benefit of the doubt. But it's obvious that this nigga ain't listening. He don't listen to nobody, apparently. That's just my personal opinion. He said he want to be MC Gusto from CB4. Let him go. Facts. Hey, man, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop the link if any one of y'all want to come on the rock for a couple of minutes or so. And then I'm going to double back at 9:30 and do me a show on some boxing. We're going to talk about Errol Spence, of course, the big fish, and Terrence Bud Crawford, and the latest on that fiasco. But for the time being, man, y'all click the link and make sure y'all go sub up to my new YouTube channel as well. Go Thriller, aka the Black Picasso. I think it's let me make sure. Hold on with this shit. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna see if I can drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link to my new channel because ever since I got reported, I ain't been able to get monetized, right? So if y'all can do me a huge favor and go sub up to my new channel, that'll be greatly appreciated. Let me drop this shit in the chat real quick. Hold on, y'all. All right, so that's my new channel, man. Make sure y'all go sub up to my new channel. And I'm going to give y'all a couple more minutes, man, to come on. If not, then I'm going to gracefully bow out and get ready for this next show. Yeah, I just put the link in the chat, fam. The link is in the chat right above your comment. Please go sub up to that channel. We got to run it up, man. Get it up to 1,000 subs ASAP. And I got to get my watch hours and all this shit back up because they done basically like shadow ban me on this channel because I got reported. So it is what it is, man. But shout out to everybody that watched this video, man. Hey, Ja Morant, please get your shit together, my brother. Please get your shit together. I'm gone. Holla.